Suicidal tendencies that creep up in my coffin. I don't wanna do no talking. Can't you see the reaper? He go crazy, he go dumb. I'm gonna let my chopper drown.
Hi guys, in this YouTube video I will show you a Soviet Unix clone. In the Soviet Union, Unix was used only for scientific research and military purposes. Its main use case scenarios were in industries, space center research institutes, and nuclear reactor control centers. To download this version of Unix, first go into your directory downloads, then wget this link, copy and paste into your terminal, enter. It is downloading the file from the internet. ls, we see a new file called dvkdemos.zip. Let's unzip the file. ls. Now we can remove the older zip file. We will need the PDP-11 compatibility patch, git clone -b simh dvk https //github.com shattered simh.git. Enter. It is receiving the file. Now that it has finished loading, go into the new directory that has been created, simh, and make pdp-11. In this way we will make the patch to use on an emulated pdp-11 system. Press enter. It is making the file from the source code. Later we will need to copy this patch file to our dvkdemos folder. It has finished. Now let's copy bin pdp-11, because the operation that we made create this binary file, to home, our user, downloads, dvkdemos. Enter. Let's go into the dvkdemos folder to check if it copied the files successfully, and we seen pdp-11. That is the file that we copied it to. Now we need to edit the demos.ini configuration file using a text editor, for example nano demos.ini. Enter. Set lpt disable, set dz disable, set cpu 11/23 256K CSS idle, because the original machines had 256K of RAM. Attach floppy.img, because our operating system will load from this virtual floppy disk. and attach hard disk.img to save the system to a hard disk. Set console telnet address 4000 and boot kg0. Now save. We will need to install a program to connect to this virtual terminal called PuTTY. Enter. Now that we are in DVK demos, let's open PuTTY. Hostname localhost. Connection type telnet at port 4000. Here running the terminal /demos.sh. It will boot the system and later we will connect to it using PuTTY. Enter. Waiting for connection. Here connection. Open the connection. Localhost PuTTY connected to PDP-11 simulator. Boot, press enter. The date, press enter. Write down. It is mounting the system. It mounted. The system has started. Press enter. The login is root. The password no password. As you can see, we just arrived into a shell. It is using the CSH shell instead of SH. With the command move we can read the files, for example read underscore graph. It doesn't support the history command. Let's read another file, read underscore rp. And the third file, read underscore me. It is written with Cyrillic characters, but it should look like either Russian written with Latin characters or another Slavic language written with Latin characters such as Polish or maybe Czech. Let's see which program they have in the bin directory. They have all the old style Unix programs like CSH, the shell, or SH, the original shell. The commands copy and paste, id, a very basic editor, passwd to set up a password, who it tells us the user that is connected to the system right now. Date, it will tell us the date 1991 because this system was created towards the end of the Soviet Union, and we have it a Soviet version of the Unix system. Here I put other links that may be useful. This is the source code of Demos, the version made for PDP-11 system. This is the computer that was made to run our operating system, Demos. This was made for the atomic center, atomic energy. Initially it was developed for this machine, the SM4, a PDP-11 clone. Later it was ported to Electronica personal computers, VATS clones, DEC clones, and Motorola-based computers. That they were 32-bit computers used in the military towards the end of the Soviet Union. Here, this is one of those versions of demos that was ported to different machines. For example, the personal computer Electronica BK. It had an appearance pretty similar to the Commodore or the ZX Spectrum, and this is a very good website where they made a lot of research and testing onto this operating system. They also managed to do some little coding in Bash, in SH. And now you know this particular version of Soviet Unix. See you later, guys.